Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Spiritual Dowsy. I'm Dowsy LeMay. I hope all you beautiful souls out there are doing okay wherever you are in the world, and I appreciate you taking time out of your busy and chaotic day to watch this video, and I hope it resonates with you. And if it does, please feel free to subscribe or pass this video on to somebody else who you think may benefit. And if it doesn't, like I always say, if it doesn't resonate with you, please use your own discernment, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. These just happen to be my truths and my experiences. They don't have to be yours. All right. So we're doing the energy update for the month of June 2021. And like the other 5 months and the energies associated with 2021, it's all about change. It's all about shifting. It's all about integrating new information and having that filtered through your energetics so that you can bring yourself to a balance that is both from a collective level, but mostly about an individual level. So this month is a number 6 numerology, and the numerology around a 6 is associated with settling things down, harmonizing, bringing out the truth, justice, and just trying to rebalance or balance out your environment, okay? You tie that in with the concept of the overall change of the year, right? The number 5 of 2021, and you may see that truth or information being revealed or disclosed having a bit of a shifting within all of us collectively and individually to kind of integrate that energy and to help it harmonize within our energetic field. That for sure is likely going to play out for the month of June. And that is partly because of what has been transpiring in the last few weeks or the last week here of May going into June. Think about what we have been seeing. The biggest thing I can't believe is being disclosed at the moment is the fact that the U.S. government in the mainstream media is finally admitting to the fact that UFOs are real. How mind-boggling that is that. That is a paradigm shift on a massive scale. And I can't believe this isn't bigger news out in the world, right? I can't believe this isn't being covered everywhere. The fact that they're potentially alien or brother and sister galactic families out there being recognized by the mainstream media that have technologies beyond our wildest dreams is being recognized. That kind of information is what I'm talking about, that is coming out, the truth, the justice, the things that have been hidden are coming to the forefront and be rebalancing and integrating in our energetic field. Another thing, right, we've been finding more information about the origins of this virus, the COVID or coronavirus that has come out. More and more evidence is pointing to the fact that this is a lab-created virus out of Wuhan, and that is leading to a lot of us to have a little bit more of a wake-up period, a more awakening to the truth and who they are and realizing what has been transpiring. I mean, everyone should be lambasting all the mainstream media about their coverage around this thing, because anybody who brought out a controversial idea or thought to be a conspiracy theory around this idea was either shamed, attacked, and just outright denied any platform to express that information. This is all coming out and becoming true, and now you're seeing it trying to resettle in with all of us, and that's going to, I think, further awaken people, if not really empower more people to really stand in their truth and start questioning things again. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for the rest of the month. But this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Information coming to the light, information coming forward, things being disclosed, real big paradigm shifting events that are going to be integrated with us and shifting our realities to find a balance, an equilibrium with what is coming out. So the other aspect of the month of June that we have to look forward to is the summer solstice, right? The summer solstice around longer days, right? The most amount of light. The days are the longest and the nights are shorter. And this is the light, really metaphorically talking about the light shining on all things, right? The light is really highlighting all the things that are coming up, and we are seeing the undercurrents, the darkness really being brought to the forefront and shined in, or being shown in the light. And it's taking all of us to be catalyzed to integrate that information such as a UFO, the origins of this virus, as well as all these other elements that are playing out in all aspects of our life, financially, educationally, government, etc. So we're having more light show up. We're having a summer solstice. And then what's also going to be playing out is a solar eclipse here on June 10th. This path, which will mostly be seen in North America, and it's going to likely, the path of this eclipse is going to hit Washington, D.C. Think of a solar eclipse as like a deep rooting out, right? It is taking the darkness densities on this planet and ripping them out. And you're going to see like the shadows pulled out. And this gate, which is going to be the solar eclipse, it's going to be no different, especially when it's highlighting and going to go across Washington, D.C., right? This area of which we see a lot of corruption, the politics, the polarity, the duality, the charged energies between the two sides, of which a lot of us put our energy and creative power into, is going to be highlighted, or we're going to see things pop up around that aspect. And there's no doubt you're seeing a lot of that play out in the global stage, especially on what we see on the news. Excuse me. So just be mindful that this month is all about harmonizing, bringing into balance associated with information that is going to be coming out, and it's going to be supported via this eclipse, via the summer solstice, and the numerology associated with this month. Another thing that's going to be impacting us is obviously going to be this Mercury in retrograde in Gemini. So that means is that, Gemini energy is always about seeking and curiosity, but also has like this dual characteristics about themselves. This is going to be really about patience, finding patience for yourself, and going inward and being more or less in a state of inner being. Be in meditation more with yourself versus trying to take action and doing a lot of things, because there's going to be a million things pulling you in different directions, and you're going to really need to keep yourself centered and to find discernment within yourself to be able to hold centered, to be steadfast, and not to be triggered, not to be pulled into a million different directions, not to be overwhelmed by what is being disclosed or what is transpiring in your reality between family, work, friends, financials, etc. All right. So this Mercury retrograde is just really going to highlight the classic idea of miscommunication, things not working in the way you want it to work. It's going to just be emphasized that much more. And with communication, especially when you're thinking about the news or what's been coming out, and you're thinking about trying to talk with people, that sense of Mercury retrograde can really twist that a bit. So it is important for all of us as you go through these shifting changes and rebalancing, that you spend a little bit more time on the inside. Because for the energies, the overall energies for this month, it's all about trying to keep the energies balanced, right? Finding the balance between your divine feminine energies compared to your divine masculine energies. So when I talk about masculine and feminine energies, I'm not talking about the gender roles per se. I'm talking about the energetics associated with divine feminine energies being your emotions, right? Being more compassionate, utilizing your intuition, being more heart space, being more creative, versus the masculine energies, of which is being more logic, things about being force and actions and finding results and conquering, right? The energies for this month is really going to require you to spend a lot more time being in your divine feminine energies and honoring that, being more in your heart, being more in the honoring your emotions, being more in that space of creative potentials before you decide to take action, right? The reason is because all this disclosure that's going to be coming up, all this readjusting and rebalancing is going to cause cause a lot of this stir up within you. And if you don't honor the divine feminine energies first, you can create via the divine masculine energies in a very imbalanced way. And all that's going to do is perpetuate a lot of the things that you get triggered by. So it's important for us to just spend a little bit more time being, honoring, examining what you are feeling before you decide to do, right? Finding the balance between your emotions and your logic, your heart and your mind, being and doing. And that is really going to be super, super beneficial, especially as we're going through the highlighted numerology of the six of justice, of truth, and balance. All right. And this could be even, the fact that Mercury retrograde is happening this month in Gemini. This really can be your communication and the way you talk with people and the way you create can be really powerful towards creating imbalanced experiences, because you have because a lot of your insecurities can come out, right? And so if you don't spend time being, and you are holding on to a lot of insecurities, and you go out and try to do a lot of things and forcing it through that energy, you're just going to have a massive conflict of your contrast. And it's just going to cause you to just have this perpetual pattern that keeps playing out, and you're not going to be able to get out of that unless you really sit, be patient, honor your stuff, honor your emotions, honor the divine feminine energies, and then move into the divine masculine energies. And that will be really helpful. So that stance of being in the divine feminine energy before you go into the divine masculine energies of doing is about that stillness and mental power, right? Taking that ability to remain calm, even though there might be lots of pressures that are overhanging you, right? The lots of pressures from work, lots of pressures from the outside world, lots of pressures around your family and this whole viral pandemic kind of thing. If you actually spend more time being, you can alleviate a lot of those pressures and remain calm, remain steadfast, and be able to find that peace through this transitional month of rebalancing and dealing with all the integrations of all these different information that's coming about, especially during a Mercury retrograde. For the other end of this month, a lot of you guys may have this incredible sense of fulfillment and abundance coming into your life, right? You may be finding that what you have been working on is finally coming into fruition, and you are going to see a lot of financial abundance, spiritual abundance that are going to be brought forward. So a lot of the things that you have been working on and struggling with in terms of getting your platforms out, in terms of getting your projects up and running, I think this month is definitely going to be powerful in reflection to show you that it was all worth it. And those energetics, the things about you're working on, are going to bring financial reward to a lot of you guys who've been working on yourself, who've been diligently healing your traumas and finding your passions and working with that. And it's imperative that as we continue to go through this, that as you get your financial abundance, as you get your confirmation and validation that the things are working out, that you still keep your goals and the things that you're working on at the forefront, right? It's always nice that when we're seeing all these crazy things happening in the world, and Mercury retrograde is causing all of us to have these different twisted miscommunications, and we're trying to find patience for us, that when we're spending time in our divine feminine energies, that we think about the things that we want for ourselves and really connect with that again, to help you connect with that energy, to ignite that flame and embody that energy, so that can carry forward for the rest of the month for you, especially as we go through this very transitional, amazing time I feel that a lot of us are going to experience. And so this month, I hope that you guys, really take heed my words here and spend a little bit more time honoring your divine feminine energies before you move forward, right? It's this temperance of saying self-restraint before you get triggered, before you take action and create things in your reality, that you spend time inside honoring that which has been coming up that needs to be honored, so that it can be cleared, balanced, and that you can create a reality that is more neutral, less emotionally charged. Or if you're on the flip end of that, right, you have these deep insecurities and all these different disclosures and truths comes out, you're going to be triggered and you're going to act, and it's going to be super imbalanced, and that's going to just cause this reality that's going to collapse on you, causing more strife, more stress, more dis-ease and disharmony within your energetic field. and you're just not going to be able to feel at peace, and it's going to be a tough month. It's going to be a very tough month because that solar eclipse, the daylight shining, the Mercury retrogrades, all that's just going to highlight all those different things, and you're going to need to find patience within yourself by going in and spending time and honoring the feminine divine energies, right? Find that balance between your heart and your head. Find that balance between acting and being, and you will find all of that will work into your benefit for the month of June. So I hope that helps you. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. Other than that, I love you, soul family, and I wish you guys the best of luck this month. Take care. Bye.